What up, my peeps? How's it going? Today we're going to be looking at the Norn's exclusive hairstyles and exclusive faces that you can get from the Extreme Makeover kit. So let's take a look at what's exclusive with the Norns. And you got basically different faces. So let's find a less obstructive hairstyle to look at those faces. So you got the so you got the I don't even know, very like bland looking face there, normal. A bit more serious one, another less serious one. This looks very similar actually. Yeah, these look very similar, just with a sort of like different expression, where the top one is quite angry, this one's kind of like neutral, this one's kind of like fragile. You got an angry dude up there, an angry dude with like some crazy scarring, big nose, no scarring, somewhat frowning. Very like mild face as well, like not much going on. This guy has lots of fucking eye there. Like clawed to fuck, man. Get clawed in the face. And this guy is also just like pretty chillin'. Pretty chillin'. Just having a good time. Those are all the faces of the Norns, male Norns. Take a look at the faces of the female Norns. So you got sort of freckled face there. You got the non-freckled face there. I think the main thing that changes here is the eyebrows, pretty much, and the cheekbones as well. This one has a bit bigger cheekbones there. I mean, this one has a bit bigger cheekbones. I don't even know. Yeah, bigger cheekbones on this one. And yeah, got a pretty much big nose one. They all have big nose. I think that's just like my setting there. Pretty natural looking faces. She's also quite a nice. She has a nice face there. It's also the type of eyes as well that kind of it sets. And then from there you kind of like play around with the settings. And yeah, these are pretty much all the exclusive faces. There's not too much difference in these ones that I can see. Just like slightly different expressions on the Norns, pretty much. So let's go back and look at the male hairs. I'm gonna be looking at the hairstyles first off. And here also you get no exclusive beards, which I was a bit surprised. I was expecting more beards. I was really hoping they had cool beards. But in any case, let's go through the hairs. So you got the sort of bang there, whatever it's called. I don't know how it's called if it has a different name and when it's male, but you know what I mean. So you got this bang looking one. You got the one with a tiny ponytail on the top. You got the one with the big ponytail on the side there. So it's pretty cool. You got the one with a sort of closed ponytail. You got the afro, obviously. Gotta have an afro. You got the long, sort of braided, looks very Viking-like. You got a sort of just like one braid on the side, like half long hair. Also looks somewhat Viking. Like these guys have quite a Viking look, so like I wouldn't expect anything less than a bunch of Viking-styled hairs. You got a sort of bandana look, which looks very piratey. Looks pretty badass. Maybe on an engineer or something like that. Yeah, they can look pretty badass. Even on a warrior or something like that looks pretty cool. You got the sort of just like grown hair. I don't know how to describe hair. I'm a stylist. You got this like sort of standard knight looking hair. Looks pretty cool as well. You got the braided. Maybe I should like. Yeah, here we go. It's easier to see the hairstyle. You got a sort of ponytail on the back there with the braids. You got a. This is kind of funny one with like, you can see his head there. Pretty funny. You got a big with a. I like the side cuts there as well. Make it a bit more interesting. got the ponytail on top. That looks pretty insane. Pretty insane. You got this one as well, which like has some cuts on the side there. Long hair with a ponytail on the side, which if you notice it actually gets obstructed um, with this armor. So yeah, have a look at it with the armor. Without the armor at night, doesn't really matter if you're not a Sylvari. Um, and yeah, where were we? Yeah, this one. Okay, so then you got the spiky one, short spiky, like big ass ponytail, but like shaved on the sides. You got the Viking look. That's the classic Viking look. I was expecting slightly more looks like Viking. They do have a couple, but yeah, it's just a classic edition. You can change the accessory color. Just looks pretty badass. Just looks pretty badass. You got the normal long hair as well. It's pretty cool. I feel like it bugs out a bit with with their shoulders. Like maybe they should have taken that into account when they're making the hairs. But yeah, hair is really hard to make. And then yeah, that's pretty much all the exclusive hairs. Then you go to the bald and stuff. Um, Classic dreadlocks as well. That's the one I carry about with this guy. So yeah, let's take a look at the female hairs and what they added to the female Norns. So you got the long ponytail one, which looks pretty cool with the braids on the side there. And oh, these are the faces. Sorry, my bad. So you got the fluffy hair. It's very human-like. This one looks very a bit more like what do you expect from the Norn sort of Viking look, especially if you make them blonde. They look very Viking like. Very Viking look. And yeah, let's keep on looking at these hairstyles. You got the big what's it called? Chunk of hair there. So yeah, you got this one. You got another Viking looking one. Got one with the flower. You got another Viking looking one, which is really cool. That's more of what I was expecting from the like male hairs. So just like different kinds of um, back there, because these are pretty much the same hairstyle, just like slightly different, both in the front and in the back. Then you got this like sort of half cut with the two tails on the side there. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. Should we go for like a crazy color? Crazy color. It's pretty badass. Looks pretty badass. So let's keep on looking at these hairs. You got the one with the like light. I don't know how they're called. Things on the side. You got a short one. You got a long one with like these sort of like leaf things or feathers. Looks pretty badass. Badass feathers. You got the big ponytail coming from the top and somewhat braided as well. You got another ponytail. You got the two sort of side tails with the bandana on top. Not bandana, it's like just a tiny thing. Accessory. You got accessory with the jewel, long hair, very princess-esque. You got the worked one. Like, don't even know. Reminds me a bit of Star Wars. Got a very, I don't know, braided Viking-esque look as well. Quite wild, a wild look, but like not too wild, obviously, because it's got all these accessories. But you know what I mean, like sort of. The accessories used are a bit wilder than some of the ones we've seen before. You got this ponytail as well. Another one that goes up top and has some chains. Looks pretty cool. And I think that's all of them. Yeah, pretty much all the Norn looks. You got the bandana. Looks pretty cool. But yeah, that's all the Norn looks pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, that pretty much covers all the exclusive hairstyles and all the exclusive faces from the Norns. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to watch more videos like this. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Don't forget that there's also the other species videos if you want to check them out, as well as all the possible colors that you can use for the hairs. That's also basically explained in the Asura video. So yeah, don't forget to check that out and see you next time. Thanks for watching.